Hello, everybody. This is Magdalene Adenike. I am the CEO of Magdalene Adenike, where I work with women who are stuck in the jobs they hate and want to leave and start their own thing. Women who are looking to change their mindset and have that shift they've been waiting to take place in their lives. I'm also the CEO of Music Relief Foundation, where we work with young people to unleash their creative spirits. Today, I want to talk to us about having a vision and remaining focused. Having a vision and remaining focused. Your vision is, in a sense, the compass that would steer you along life's journey. It's a compass that you need to steer you along life's journey to your end goal, whatever your end goal may be. Have a vision and remain focused. There was something I got today and I said, wow, that's such a fantastic illustration of what it means to be focused. When you look at the eagle bird can see its prey as far as 5 kilometers away. And regardless of anything that is around him or her, as the case may be, he doesn't flick, he doesn't move. He stays focused on that prey, on that thing, that object of its attention, that thing that he wants. He remains focused on it and he's going for it. So it's a far distance, but everything else doesn't matter because that's not what he's looking at. He's looking at that thing, that object, that animal, whatever it is that has caught his attention. He's looking at it and he's diving straight to get it. And that's what I'm talking about to us today. Have a focus. Have a vision and remain focused. Have a vision and remain focused so that whatever obstacles that's coming your way, whatever wind, whatever cloud that comes to try to stir you off the path that you're meant to be, remain focused. Do not let anything around you cause you to lose sight of where you're supposed to be. Do not let anything around you cause you to lose sight of what it is you're supposed to be doing. Because it's so easy for us to say, oh, let me take today off and do it tomorrow. But then you said that you were going to take today off and do it tomorrow. Okay, that's fair enough. Tomorrow comes. Let me take tomorrow off and do it the next day. What you find is that after a while, you begin to procrastinate because every day that goes by, you'll be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And it continuously builds up to tomorrow. And then you get to the point that, oh, what's the point? Let me just leave it. There's no point. I'm too old, or everyone else is doing it, so what am I going to offer to the table? Have a vision and remain focused. And remember I said to you, your vision is the compass that will steer you along life's journey. Your vision is the compass that will steer you. When you see the big ship in the sea, they don't have the traffic light, they don't have the road signs that tells them, oh, if you're on your way to Brighton, you turn left, or it's 50 kilometers away, or whatever. No. They're just going, but they have a compass. They have a compass that steers them from the shores of Great Britain to the shores of America, or wherever their destination may be. They have a compass. So nothing else will come along the way and tell them to go left when they're supposed to go straight on. Or if they're accepting there was some form of atrocity that's taking place that causes them to detour. But that compass, in a sense, is what steers them along the way. So when they look right, they look left, all they see is the ocean, but they have something that's directing them and making them know that actually you're on track, irrespective of the fact that you're just seeing water on your left, water on your right, water in front of you, water behind you. You are actually on the right track. And that's what I'm saying to us today. Have a vision. Your vision is the compass that will steer you. Your vision is what will direct you. It's what will lead you. So when obstacles come along your way, you don't allow those obstacles to cause you to do a detour. You go through those obstacles, still having that focus, still having that vision at the back of your mind, still having that eagle eye to say that this is where you're going and this is what you're going to do. You have that focus and you're still going. You keep hitting that focus. You're still hitting that vision. So whatever your vision may be, write it down so that every day you look at it, it becomes fresh in your mind. Whatever your vision is, it's baby steps. I've been talking all week now about baby steps from Wednesday. Taking baby steps to be able to help you to achieve whatever your vision is. Have a vision and remain focused, because when you are focused, everything else is secondary to what you're doing. Your vision is your compass. Keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You get knocked down today. You say, I get knocked down today, but I'm going to rise. Still I rise. That is a fantastic poem by the late great Maya Angelou. Still arise. You keep going. You keep going, because that vision, you are seeing that vision. You are almost tasting it, because you're like, this is where I want to go. This is what I need to do. And you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you keep pushing until you get to your end goal, whatever your end goal is. This is the 6th of January 2017. It's still, I keep saying this and I will keep saying it, it's still a very, very new year. Do not be deflated. Don't be discouraged because somebody didn't say this to you or you didn't get what you expected. Keep going. Have a vision and remain focused. Remain focused. So it might be that you may have to tweak things here, there, and everywhere. It's okay. It's okay. So long the end goal is still achievable. So long you still achieve that end goal, you keep doing what you need to do. Keep doing what you need to do. Remember, do not compare yourself to anybody else and say, oh, because this person is doing this, then I have to do it that way. You just have to focus and believe that you are more than able to do that which you said you're going to do. Believe it. You have to believe. Yesterday I talked about examining yourself. You have to believe. You have to actually have that self-belief within yourself that, you know what, this vision that I said I want to achieve, it's achievable. An example of someone that's wanting to pass their practical test to learn how to drive a car. So you might have done it the first time you failed, the second time you failed, the third time you failed, and your confidence level is being knocked every time that you fail, and you feel that, oh, you know what, this driving thing is not for me. Yeah, if you've got someone who's going to be driving you from point A to B all the time, okay. Or if you're just happy to be taking public transport, again, everyone's decision. But if you say, you know what, I want to drive, and I am determined to drive, then you keep going, irrespective of how long it takes you. Some people will say to you, but are you still learning how to drive? I did mine once and that was it. It's okay. Like I said already, every single person is on his own individual journey. Do not compare yourself to somebody else, feeling that you have to do what that other person is doing so that you can actually get to where you want to get to. Their vision is not your vision. Just remember that. Their vision is not your vision. So you need to have a focus. Remain focused on where it is you need to get to. Do not get sidetracked by anybody else. Do not get sidetracked by anything else. Know what it is you need to do. What are the steps that you need to implement in order to get you to your end goal? What do you need to implement? But this is the only way you can actually find this out is by taking time out, sitting down, getting your pen and paper. I love this. And just writing things down. Just deblog in your mind, just taking everything out from the mind. Yes, you've got it in your head already. Just take it from the head and pour it out onto paper, and then begin to write things down so that it becomes very clear. It becomes very clear to you that this is where you want to get to. Have a vision and remain focused. Think of the eagle. The eagle bird is a very powerful bird that no matter how high up he or she is flying in the air, once it locates its prey, it's diving down, all the way down to get to that prey. So what do you need to do? Remain focused. How do you remain focused? It's by, the first thing you need to do is by speaking to yourself and saying to yourself that you're not, regardless of whatever that's happening around you, you're not going to allow anything to distract you. Be determined not to be distracted. Be determined not to be distracted, regardless of what's happening around you. Be determined not to be distracted. That's the first thing. The second thing is write things down. As it comes into your head, write it down. Don't say, oh, it's in my head, because you will forget it. There is a saying that goes that the faintest pencil is sharper than the sharpest brain. The faintest pencil is sharper than the sharpest brain. Because you may say, oh, I remember, but one thing happens, one or two things happens, and then you forget. But even if you had a faint pencil and you were just able to just scribble something down quickly, you will always be able to go back into it and add more flesh to it. So first thing, be determined not to lose focus. Be determined not to be distracted. The second thing is to write things down. That is so important. You have to write it down. As you are getting the ideas, just put it down on paper. The third thing is to begin to implement whatever it is that you've written down. Think of baby steps. Implement whatever it is that you've written down. Just think of baby steps, whatever those baby steps may look like to you. Think of baby steps and begin to implement those things. Because until you begin to start, you would just sit down and it would just continue to remain in paper. And after a while, you get frustrated because you say to yourself, why have I not been able to do what I said I want to do? You begin to put yourself down. And I don't want that for you. So begin to implement it. Baby steps, whatever those baby steps looks like to you, begin to implement it. The fourth thing, reach out for help. Do you need help? Are there things that you know that you can't do and you need support? Reach out. Don't be too proud to say I need help, and don't be too overprotective. Or so this is my thing. I don't want anybody else to come into it. That may be, but you know what you need help on. You don't have to give everything to everybody. So whatever it is, whatever one thing or two things that you need help on, reach out to people and ask them for that help. Be willing to ask for help, because no man is an island. There's this wonderful saying that goes, if you want to get to where you're going to quickly, work with other people. If you want to get to where you're going to very slowly, you want to take your time, do it by yourself. I'm not sure I'm putting it the right way, but I'm just trying to kind of summarize what I'm trying to say. Reach out. There's team. When you talk about team, it's about a group of people coming together to work on a particular project in order for you to come out with the best outcome ever, so that everybody's brainstorming, so that this person's coming up with his idea and that person's coming up with their idea, and they're putting it together, something that you would not necessarily have thought of before, and then Bob's your uncle, you come up with a fantastic end product. So reach out to get that help. The fifth thing that you get is, don't be afraid to be flexible. Don't be afraid to be flexible. So you've gotten this, your vision, you've written it down, and then when you reach out for help and you're here, you're discussing, and maybe you reach out to a coach or a mentor, and they're saying to you, I like what you're doing, but actually what I'm thinking is that if you were to tweak it that way, if you were to change it, or maybe if you were to hold on and put that for your long-term goals and start something else, it may hurt your feelings, because you'll be like, oh, but I want to do this now, I want to do this now. You may really hurt your feelings, but don't be afraid to be flexible, because of the fact that by being flexible, what you're doing is that you're opening yourself up to other opportunities that you never thought of before. So don't be afraid to be flexible. Always, always, always look at things. And when you hear people, obviously it's your call. It's your call at the end of the day. With my team coming together to work our campaign. Okay. So it's let me just get this. Hi Magdalene, this is exactly where I am at the moment with my team, coming together to work at. Yeah, you need a team to, like I was just saying, when your team comes together, everybody has their own ideas. Every single person has their own idea. It's for you to obviously weigh it, and the team leader, who I'm guessing is yourself, Rona, will come together and hear everybody's thing, and then know how to begin to implement. Take what you need to take, and sometimes you may have to drop some certain things. But it's down to you as a leader to know how to work with these people, because you have to work. Because some people might have their feelings hurt, because they'll be like, oh, why didn't you go with what I was saying? So you have to know how to work with these people. But also as a leader, you have to be flexible, because sometimes they may be saying things that you know deep down inside is right, but because you're the leader, you want to impose that leadership and say, no, I'm the boss here. But that you have to be flexible. You just have to be flexible in order for you to get where you need to get to. So the first thing I said was remain focused. Be determined not to be distracted. Don't be distracted. Because if you're distracted, it may take you back. It may take you back. It has to be duplicatable too. It has to be duplicatable. But when you talk about team, Rona, it's a group effort. It's a group effort. So every single person must come to that same conclusion. That this is what we want to do. So once you've come to that same conclusion, you've had the final product. Then obviously, when you or anybody within that team is not there, and somebody else new comes into the team, they are able to then obviously see what's already in ground, and then begin to just, in a sense, you've given them on a platter of goals, and they just say, okay, just run with it and just duplicate it as much as you possibly can. So that's the main thing here. So be determined not to be distracted. Write things down. It's so important. Write things down. Write things down. Implement your vision. So start small. So even if it's baby steps, whatever those baby steps may be, I can't tell you what your baby steps are. Start small. It's so important. The next thing is, the next point is reach out for help. Reach out when you don't know. You know, man is, and I don't know how much, and I keep flogging the same dead horse, but I have to. No man is an island. Reach out for help. You're gonna need help in one way or the other. So reach out for that help because it's so vital. And the fifth thing is be flexible. Be flexible in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Be flexible. Don't come, especially if you're working as a group, in a team, as a team, and you just happen to be the leader. Don't come in and say, oh, because I'm the leader, I'm the boss lady or the boss man here, no one can tell me anything. What I say, that goes. Then the whole group, the dynamics of the groups is wasted because everybody's scared to say what they're actually feeling. And then the what actually suffers now is the end products. And obviously the clientele you're trying to reach out, because they won't get the best because you as a leader has refused to be flexible. It's so important in this life. We have to be flexible, even in business, in relationships, personal, whatever. You have to just know how to be flexible. It's a give and take thing. So you hear what the other person is saying. You may not agree with it. You definitely may not agree with, especially when it comes to on a personal level. But it's just knowing how to obviously communicate. Sometimes you may not communicate in the best way because you are angry and egos are hurt and anything like that. But it's going back to be able to reflect on the situation and then coming back and say, you know what, actually, I should have handled it this way or that way, whatever the situation may be. But we have to be flexible. But the bottom line of what I'm trying to say is have a vision and remain focused. Have a vision. In all of these things I've said, the vision must be the one that is always at the forefront of your mind. Because the vision is what's going to steer you to where you need to get to. We're all mothers too, so it comes with the territory. It's true. It's true. Very, very true. Have that vision. Have that vision. What is a vision? What is a vision? Where do you want to get to in life? What do you want to do for what are your aims? What are your aims for yourself, for family, for everything? But also, Rona, you just got me starting on something else. I don't really want to just gonna move away from our main topic, but I just want to chip this in quickly. Is that especially as parents, having a vision for yourself and having a vision for your children is a great thing, but the thin line here is when you want the vision that you have for your children, you want to impose that on your children. Those are two different things. You have a vision. This is what you would love for your son or your daughter to achieve in life. The son and the daughter says, I hear what you're saying, but this is what I really want to do. But when that parent begins to impose that on that son or child and say, this is what you must do, those are two different things. Very, very different. And we must be careful of those things. So it now comes down to my point number 5, be flexible. Be flexible in every situation in life. We just have to be flexible because life throws you so many things. We're constantly juggling so many balls. So we start in the morning and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, A, B, C, D. But then as you start A, you find that you can't go to B. You have to jump all the way to D. And then you find that you're having to catch up to be able to do B and C. But most of the time, you may not be able to do B and C on the same day. You may have to do B and C, I don't know, the next day or weeks later. That's about flexibility. It's about, you have that vision. You still want to achieve what you want to achieve, but just knowing that so many things will happen that you just have to be flexible. So if it's a case like my live Facebook that I'm doing right now, I may say to myself, oh, I want to do this at a specific time of the day. And I have that time of the day in my head, but then every time I sit down to do some work, something else comes into play. But does that mean I'm not going to do it? I've determined to do it. So it just happens to be that I'm having to do it at a much later time. But I'm still doing it because that's the vision I have to say that I must do this. I must do this. So I'm not able to at the time, but I'm still going to do it. So that's what I'm saying. Be flexible in life, guys. It's so important. Life throws you lemons, make lemonade. You know, life throws you lemons, make lemonade and make it to the best of your ability because that's who you are and that's what you want to achieve in life. Remember, your vision is the compass that will steer you to where you need to get to. Your vision is the compass that will steer you to where you need to get to. So stay focused on that vision. Remember the eagle bird I spoke about earlier on. He or she doesn't flick. That bird is focused. That bird is focused and he just goes for it. He doesn't flick. He doesn't flick until he gets his prey. He's not moving his attention at all because his attention is on that prey that he's seen and he's like, that's my meal and I'm going for it. I think as parents, we look and see the abilities and strengths of our children. So I find myself doing this with my team too, nurturing. It's true. It's true. That's what I do as well. So even under the hat of Music Relief, when we go out to run workshops, these are young people. They're not my children, but then you find that you just want to nurture them, especially when you see that they're going off track. But you can't go and start telling them what to do, because you're not. That's not what you're here for. But I understand. I fully understand what you're saying, Ron. I fully understand what you're saying, because you have to nurture them. Because you have to be able to tweak out the abilities within the people, because some people within a team are stronger than others. So you have to just kind of weigh things out and look at, okay, whose strength is more. And what I also do outside of obviously Music Relief and other projects I run is that I look at the weaker ones especially, and then I tend to get them to do more of the work. And so some of them are like, oh, I don't want to do it. They may just plain right say, I don't want to do it. You can't force them. But other times they're like, okay, after some encouragement, they go out and do it. And the more they do it, they begin to build that confidence and say, oh, actually, I can do it. Because I find that it's when there's a team, like I said before, there's no I in team. It's a group effort. It's a group effort. And especially me coming in as the group leader, I know my achievements. I know what I'm capable of. But I'm not coming to say it's all about me. I'm coming to say it's all about you. How can I help you to become the best of what you need to become? And that's how we work together. But I just want to conclude this again saying, have a vision, remain focused. Have a vision, remain focused. Remain focused. Your vision is the compass that will steer you. Let the vision steer you as your compass through 2017. Let your vision steer you as your compass for 2017. Because when it comes to December 31st, you want to be able to look back and look at a great year and say, wow, it's been a phenomenal year. And that's what I want to do for each and every one of you guys. On that note, I'm going to come quickly to an end. Before I come to an end, I just want to announce to you guys, I have an exciting product that's coming out. And it's 6 weeks preparation for the shift. 6 weeks preparation for the shift. It's something I've been working on. It's out soon. It's out soon. It's for women and for men who are looking to just have that shift for 2017. And I'm so excited about it. It's something that I never knew I could do. So this is coming out of that comfort zone and just pushing yourself. But I'm so excited. It's coming out shortly. So please look out for this. And also just want to say that I'm here as a coach, as a mentor for those who are looking at say, you know what, I need help this year. I want to just change things around. I want to get from point A to point B. That's the best way to go. Glad to have you along the way for 2017. Thank you. And I can't wait for our phone discussion and consequent meetings as well. So this is Magdalene Adenike. I am the CEO of Magdalene Adenike, where I work with women who are stuck in the jobs they hate and they just want to leave and start their own thing. Women who are looking to change their mindset and just transform their lives. I am also the CEO of Music Relief Foundation, where we work with young people to be able to unleash their creative spirits. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Thank you for now. Bye.